In this episode of the New Brunswick Adventures, Robin and I are recapping the first 2 seasons of the series. It's been a blast showing you our beautiful province, and we hope you enjoyed your time with us. Sit back and enjoy a look back at the New Brunswick Adventures Season 1 and 2. Our very first New Brunswick adventure brought us to the impressive and breathtaking Bay of Fundy. The Bay of Fundy boasts the world's highest tides, and there is no better place to experience this phenomena than Hopewell Rocks Provincial Park. Twice a day, these tides wash along the shore. At its highest, the tide can reach 46 feet, and then hours later, you can walk on the ocean floor. Just a short distance from Hopewell Rocks is Cape Enrage, which I reluctantly rappelled down a 140-foot cliff to the ocean floor.
Straighten your knees out.
Down?
Straighten your knees out. Okay, take a foot, doesn't matter which one, and step down. It's about a 6-inch or an 8-inch step.
There?
Yep, right there. Bring your second foot down to meet it. You might have to let the rope slide through your hands a little bit. There you go. All right, take a foot, doesn't matter which one, and down onto the rock. It's gonna be a bit of a step in. There you go.
Why don't you give the camera away with your left hand?
No, are you nuts? You do it.
I don't mind waving to the
Oh,
camera.
I feel the tension from you now. Keep me tense.
All right.
That feels great.
I think you're tense enough as it is, aren't you?
I'm starting to relax.
From rappelling to cave exploring to cave kayaking, the Bay of Fundy area has lots to offer. The bay is fed by New Brunswick's largest river, the St. John. And at the city of St. John, you can see where these two mass forces of water collide at the reversing falls. And if you're feeling adventurous, then you can take the jet boat ride. It's pretty nuts how powerful this jet boat really is. The ride is approximately 20 minutes in length, and they'll supply you with life jacket and rain gear, but you can be assured that anything that can get wet will get wet. If you're looking for more of a laid-back experience, then the small communities along the Bay of Fundy is your ticket. At St. Andrews, you can stay at the historic Algonquin Hotel, play a round of golf at one of Canada's finest courses, and experience the enormous and beautiful Kingsbury Garden. And one of the most unique experiences is Minister's Island.
The dramatic tides of the Bay of Fundy reveal this sandbar bridge, which makes the island accessible by car. For many years, this was the only way to visit the island. However, at high tide, visitors can now make use of a boat service to explore the island, as tour guides shuttle you around for the grand tour. It's most famous for being the summer home of Canadian Pacific Railway builder Sir William Van Horn. This was Van Horn's summer cottage, built in 1892.
Kovenhoven is a 50-room summer mansion named in the honor of Van Horn's father. Caressing the coast of the island is Van Horn's bathhouse. Built from local stone, the bathhouse was constructed to service bathers who refresh themselves in a saltwater pool carved out of sandstone on the beach. As amazing as the sights and experiences are in St. Andrews, one of the main reasons tourists come here is to see the whales, and they are rarely disappointed. The trip into the whale watching hotspot takes about 10 minutes, and once you get far enough out, you won't be disappointed. And as my cameraman Mike can attest to, these whales come really close to the boat. Keep in mind, we are just seeing a glimpse of the massive frame of the finback whale. These are the world's second largest whales and can grow up to 70 feet in length. You can see as many as 7 different species of whales in the bay. And if it's whales you're looking for, then the Grand Manan Island is your destination. Grand Manan is part of the Fundy Isles, and the only way to get there is by ferry. Once you're there, whales are not far away.
What is so amazing about whale watching on Grand Manan Island is that although there are very few right whales left in the world, you'd never know it, because in the short period of time that you are on the water, you will see dozens of these massive mammals rise to the surface.
They're 45 to 55 feet long. 55 would be a big one.
A big one. And are they friendly? Very friendly, or?
They're kind of apathetic as far as us.
Right.
They're here. They don't really pay much attention to us. We go around about them. And in fact, That's one of the things that gets them into trouble, is that they lie around in boats. Boats can hit them. That does happen. It's one of the biggest risks that these whales face today.
Near Grand Manan is Campobello Island. Linked by bridge at its United States border, Campobello is only approachable by ferry when in New Brunswick. This island was once the summer getaway of American President Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
So this is the master bedroom where President Roosevelt fell ill with polio, am I correct?
You're right. This is also the room where their son, Franklin Jr., was born in 1914. They had 6 children. One died as an infant, so they raised 5. The oldest was a girl, and then the rest were all boys.
So how many bedrooms in all on this floor?
On this floor, there's 12 bedrooms. We also have a schoolroom on the other end of the cottage with the children's bedrooms. Behind me, there's 4 guest rooms, 4 servants' rooms, and 2 half baths as well.
So here we are, Skip. We're at Liberty Point on Campobello Island.
I've worked in a lot of parks, and by far this is one of the best. I think it rivals anything on the East Coast. But the people that came here to Campobello came because they liked being outdoors. They liked sailing, canoeing, hiking, picnicking. It offered something nowhere else offered.
Kiteboarding is all about the freedom of being with the element.
Big males are often referred to as horse heads.
Welcome back to the New Brunswick Adventures. New Brunswick is blessed with beautiful coastlines on its eastern shore. Along the Bay of Chaleur in northern New Brunswick, extreme sports enthusiasts like to combine wind, kite, the bay, and a board to catapult themselves into the air.
Kiteboarding is all about the freedom of being with the element, the wind, the water. It's almost being towed by a boat, but without any engine or any noise, nothing.
Lemac Island is a part of the Acadian coast, and this part of New Brunswick offers incredible rocky coast vistas and unbelievable fall colors. Near Lemac is Shippigan, home to the New Brunswick Aquarium and Marine Center. Inside, you'll find a variety of freshwater fish and marine life, and of course, the cute and always entertaining harbor seals.
The harbor seals breed well in captivity. Since the opening of the Marine Center, there have been several births, and currently there are 6 seals who live at the aquarium, including 2 seal pups.
What's your name? Hi there.
I've got to be honest, folks, I really can't tell these seals apart.
Cutie. Yes, you are. Are you Tap Tap? Hey, Nino? Hey, Nino?
My next seal adventure takes me south of Shippigan to Cuchmaquack National Park, another stop on the Acadian coastal route.
Both Glenn and I are taking this Voyager canoe trip with our guide Victor. Neither one of us wants to miss this amazing display of wildlife. As close to 700 cormorants take flight, you can see why this canoe trip at Cuchmaquack Park is an absolute must. As if that display of cormorants wasn't enough, we are now off to the main attraction at Cuchmaquack Park, the gray seal colony.
Hundreds of these seals congregate on sandbars, and when visitors arrive, these curious mammals take to the water for a closer look.
Big males are often referred to as horse heads. And among them, if you see a big head, it is a male for sure. And those big males can weigh up to 900 pounds roughly, or 450 kilograms. That would be the top weight. It's not the average weight.
Visiting the gray seal colonies in Cuchmaquack, was definitely worth seeing. The animals and wildlife are certainly a draw for visitors to New Brunswick, but the people are the lifeline of the province. And if you want to mix it up with New Brunswickers in style, then you can attend one of the many festivals during the summer. Miramichiers twist and shout at the Rock and Roll Festival. Grab a pint and fiddle at the Irish Festival. Or you can have a taste of Acadian, British, and American cultures at the Fabreon in Evanston. Blow off some hot air at Sussex Balloon Festival. Tap your feet at the Harvest Jazz and Blues Festival in Fredericton. Or take a cultural adventure in Caracat during the Tentamara on Acadian Day.
So what is Tentamara? Why are we here? Why is everyone here at this time on this day?
Well, the purpose, first of all, 15th of August is the national holiday for the Acadians. So the purpose of the Tentamara is to make known, to make so much noise that the world, around the world, that they know that we're still here and we're still surviving and we're still strong. So that's basically the whole purpose. And you'll see all over, people are either costumed or either they have their face painted. Everybody's all out for this. This is once a year and they go all out.
For a true taste of Acadian history, the Village Historique Acadien is a great place to explore. It's a provincial park, and service is offered in both French and English.
I'm going to give you something, and I'm going to need something from you.
Kiss?
That would be very nice.
Okay.
I think that's a very good...
Thank you very much.
Oh boy, that made my day,
In southern New Brunswick, near Fredericton, is King's Landing. It's similar to the Acadian village in some ways, but it gives you a glimpse of British Loyalist life in the 1700s. Of course, before any Europeans settled on this land, the native Maliseet and Micmac called this area home.
Welcome to Metapanagioc Heritage Park of Chiliasi.
The Metapanagioc Heritage Park rests on the shores of the Little Southwest Miramichi River. The Metapanagioc means high banks in Micmac, and this area is the oldest community in New Brunswick, dating back more than 3,000 years. The park is home to two national historic sites, the Augustine Mound and the Oxbow. These are two of the most outstanding Aboriginal heritage archaeological sites in Canada. Visitors to the park will have an in-depth education on the uniqueness of Metapanagioc and the Micmac people.
You've got 2 on this time, Robin.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 3 on.
Welcome back to the New Brunswick Adventures and our look back at the past 2 seasons of the show. So far, we've taken you from the Bay of Fundy to the Bay of Chaleur. But every ocean is fed by a river, and in New Brunswick, there are 3 main rivers to speak of: the St. John, the Miramichi, and the Restigouche. The Miramichi and Restigouche are 2 of the greatest Atlantic salmon fishing rivers in the world.
So this is a joint effort, folks. This fish is about 15 to 18 pounds. We're on the Restigouche River in New Brunswick. You catch the biggest Atlantic salmon here, and this is kind of even a small one for these parts, and it's still about 18 pounds.
And after casting that fly line what seemed to be a million times, finally, we get the big one. And as you can tell, I'm just a little excited.
All right. That was worth the million casts we did, Michelle?
Yes, sir. 17.
17! That is a beautiful fish. Restigouche salmon. Let's put him back, catch and release.
The fishing on the Miramichi is equal that of the Restigouche, and along the Miramichi River, in the village of Doketown, is the Salmon Museum. This museum is devoted to the rich history of the river. There are 52 species of fish in New Brunswick, and in my hometown of Bathurst, mackerel is king, and it is the fish to hook in the month of August.
G'day folks, we're here in the Bathurst Harbour in the Bay of Chaleur and right along the Acadian Coastal Drive, and we're doing a little bit of mackerel fishing here, Glenn and I.
So what we got here, Robin, is we've got, well, it's affectionately known, I call it the Sachan. It's the big dog in English. It's a big mackerel setup. And this is one of the major attractions here in Bathurst. You come here in August, and you can catch mackerel wide open. So I'm going to give Robin, you've done this before. We're both proud Bathurst people, so.
Watch and learn.
Yeah, so basically here you're just gonna flip that, and by the time you start reeling this in, I can guarantee you're gonna catch fish. We're not gonna stop, there's no trickery here. This is the big stuff here.
All right, flick it.
You're ready to go, just
Okay.
drop her down, yep. Now we got 5 hooks on there. Oh, actually, just let her go down a little bit more. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay, so what we're fishing for is Atlantic mackerel. So if you want to visit Bathurst, folks, you can visit their website. Bathurst has got a website, www.bathurst.ca, or you can visit the tourismnewbrunswick.ca website, and perfect links. There you go. Okay, got 1. Just take your time. You might grab a couple more on the way up. You've got 2 on this time, Robin.
Yeah, it's
Oh, you got 3 on. Look at that. You ever caught 3 fish at a time? Probably, eh? You do this.
I do this quite often.
You're no pro there.
Like 8 at one time.
Wait. 8 at one time you caught?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, you lost one there, but we saw that. So, let's catch and release. That's good. Okay,
part of the
so I'm
plan.
just going to try not to get one of these wiggling fish hooks on my hand. So again, we're in Bathurst, New Brunswick, along the Canadian coastline, which follows all up that area, Caracat, up to Lemac ship again. It's a beautiful place. If you really want to see it in its prime, anywhere from June through August. Mackerel fishing is best in August. Had a great time, Robin? Let's go check out some more of the Canadian coastline.
Sounds good to me.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
I'm never going to remember that.
The cities of New Brunswick are as historic as they are picturesque. Fredericton is the province's capital. It's a city of art and culture with a strong British loyalist presence.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Okay. I'm never going to remember that.
You know something? This guy here, I've trained drunken chimps faster.
Incorporated in 1785, St. John is Canada's oldest city, and it's New Brunswick's largest. European explorers are believed to have traveled here as early as the 1500s, but its history dates back to the natives.
St. John owes its existence to the fact that the St. John River runs into the Bay of Fundy, and the natives were the first to discover this and set up camps at the very mouth of the river. 1604, Champlain came into the harbor, then unnamed, and it was on St. John the Baptist Day, June the 24th, so he gave the river the name St. John, which later was transferred to the town.
Standing guard over the city of St. John is the Carlton Martello Tower, National Historic Site. The tower was built during the War of 1812, a conflict that resulted from strained relations between Great Britain and the United States.
Looking at the view, you can see why they would have picked this area to build a Martello Tower.
This was obviously the barracks? Is this what this
Yes, the entrance to the tower is on the 2nd level. At the time, there would have been ladders outside, and you enter the barracks level. So this is essentially the living quarters of the soldiers. Although the tower was built during the War of 1812, what we see depicted here is a later period, which is the 1860s, when there was another threat.
The city of Moncton is New Brunswick's playground. There is a water park, indoor and outdoor carnival fair, zip lines, outdoor rock festivals, and a zoo featuring the gibbon, Molly, on lead vocals.
Is she gonna sing for me?
We can try to get Molly.
Gibbons have a very distinct territorial call. It's loud and can be heard from just about anywhere on the zoo premises. Molly doesn't vocalize on command. It takes encouragement to entice her into singing.
She usually goes and sits on her rock. I guess she's got to just literally hang around for a few minutes. applause and thank her for singing for us today.
Moncton also offers non-grounded activities. Did I mention I'm petrified of heights?